subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
I'm telling you, I had all.
Why were they targeting y'all like that though?
Because when you got a bunch of brothers, man, that they've been watching for years.
They done seen y'all transition from the streets to the.
And then you got a label of street cats that's getting dudes from the street jobs. They'd rather see you in the streets hustling or dead than working. When you look at Rap-A-Lot, man, everybody at Rap-A-Lot was from the streets besides the accountant and probably one of the marketing promotion director, people like that. But anybody that was upstairs in the business office in that part, when you came to radio, college radio, retail, street promotions, any of that, everybody was from the streets. But on the people that wasn't from the streets was the accountants. And I think we had marketing promotion director. She probably wasn't from the streets. And then you had a couple of radio cats that was over urban radio. Like we had dude Mel Smith, Leslie White, you know, different cats like that. They wasn't from the streets, but they was from the streets. They just wasn't from the streets. And that's why, man. And then that's just like when them people found out it was something happening in New Orleans. We done a Ghetto Boys album release party. And there was a big old brawl in that club. And they made us be responsible for it. And one of the agents that they had on the team ended up getting whooped that night. So that's how they get on my line. So they was like, well, asked them who was that from Rap-A-Lot, and my name come up, and then they shot back to Houston. I said, man, we've been chasing him since '85. So my name come up from some old stuff, and that's how they put me back on, put us back online. But they ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna never stop because they just think that dudes, we from some street dudes that, you know, we don't belong in the position that we're in. We don't deserve to be on the street. We don't deserve to live the life that we was living. And, you know, I look at it like, man, everybody have a past, everybody got a history, then you pay your debt to society and you still got to go through what you go through because, you know, that's just, I just look at the mentality of the system. You know, there ain't no second chances. You know, they ain't really giving you no second chance. They just hoping you get out here and mess up again, because they ain't providing no opportunities for nobody. You got to make your own opportunity. You know, the little stuff that they giving out to brothers that get out of prison, man, and, you know, that's what make brothers end up going back, because what they offering, besides what Rap-A-Lot was offering brothers. You know, a good paying job. You know, they say but when you look at an application that has, have you ever been convicted of a felony? You know, certain ones ain't gonna hire you, but then you can't find no housing because it's the same way. You know, where you gonna live at? You on the application, have you ever been convicted of a felony? So it's all these things against you. But then when you got labels like Cash Money, Rap-A-Lot, Suave House, Master P and them brothers Herb got Murder Inc. and Death Row, and you know, you had all these labels hiring ex-felons, and look how that worked. Look how that worked for them. Them people didn't like that. That's why I tell me an independent label today. You got rid of all that.
On the street level, yeah. Nah.
Yeah, they got rid of that, man. They ain't letting brothers have that. They ain't gonna have no more. Brothers ate too good, and they couldn't stand to see brothers that they looked at as undesirables. You know, they don't want to see that. They don't want to see a bunch of brothers that come from the street building something on that magnitude, man. You know, multi-million-dollar companies, and all the things they hiring is ex-felons. You ain't gonna hire them. You know, and so that was their biggest thing. And You know, you'll never see that again. You'll never see brothers with independent labels hiring brothers when they come out of prison and teaching them, you know, how to eat off this music industry. You don't see it. You don't see it no more. You see dudes still eating, but they ain't eating like they used to eat. Not on the flip side. Now you got artists and management, but there was so many components that you ate off of. I'm talking about you can start your street promotion company like it was nothing. You can start your record pool. You can start your video show. The people paid for all that kind of stuff, especially record pools. I've had dudes on my record pool that each pool I may gave $300 a month. And just think how many labels doing that. You know, you got you 14, 15 labels giving you $300 a month. And the only thing you doing is you got 25, 30 dudes in your pool that you shipping the records to. You know, and that's all the record pool. And then if you was in my pool, I'd tell you, let your pool listen at the hot club wax and which record worked for the club, cause that's what you sent to the record pools. You know, most of the hot club wax and stuff like that. And, you know, they'll have like the little meeting and, you know, listen at it. Okay, they'll call back, man, we think so-and-so was the best record, but
Donnie Houston.